omega-3s and B12 vitamins. A study is out saying that people that follow the vegan lifestyle, that's strict vegetarians that try to eat no meat, no animal products of any kind, may be increasing their risk of developing blood clots and atherosclerosis, or hardening of the arteries, which are conditions that can lead to heart attacks and stroke. Now, this apparently came as a conclusion after they reviewed dozens of articles published in the biochemistry of vegetarianism during the past 30 years. So this article, if you want to find out more, is in the Journal of Agriculture and Food Chemistry. Check that out. But that's depressing. Here you think you're doing something great for yourself, and you might be increasing your risk of blood clots and hardening of the arteries. I believe in more of the vegan lifestyle. I think we should eat more vegetables, more veggies. But I think, if you're not going to eat beef or chicken, at least eat some fish. Eat something. I mean, the muscles, the heart needs protein to go. Throw some eggs in there, something. I don't know if tofu is what I would do totally, but that's just me. What's your thoughts on this, Paul? You're a good beef eater. I think everything in moderation is kind of the key for me.
Yeah, I'd like to try to have a well-rounded diet.
Yeah,
kind of get a little bit of everything. Sure.
So it's there's that's just a tough thing over there, and a lot of the stories just kind of troublesome. They keep telling you to eat more vegetables and stuff, but apparently they're saying no tomatoes at tomato restaurants because Mexico has had a freeze that has caused a shortage of vegetables here in our country. Have you gone to the big box stores sometimes and you buy those boxes of tomatoes or whatever, and you looked and it tells you the date they were packed and it says packed in Mexico? And you see a lot of tomatoes that way. That's where they grow them in Mexico because it's more in the towards the equator. And, squash sometimes, and a lot of peppers.
Not that you got to be careful or anything, but I noticed that a lot of the avocados that are on the market today come from Mexico, too.
Yeah, that is correct. And again, not to be careful. I mean, that's probably why you see they warn you against when there's a recall or whatever. Just this is the time of year when you get stuff from South America and some Mexico. But the vegetable lovers are, and everybody's saying take note right now because you could be eating less colorful and more expensive salads in the upcoming months due to the below normal temperatures in Mexico, Florida, and Texas early this year, and it caused a deep freeze that has negatively affected our supply, the United States supply of high-demand vegetables, tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, and they're calling it a vegetable drought, which is expected to last until early April, putting a big strain on the market, causing prices to rise and restaurants and growers to scramble for other sources. I might plant some tomatoes and start selling them, Paul.
Yeah, I was at the supermarket just today.
And
I couldn't tell you. The prices at the produce department.
Well, tell me, give me some examples.
They have skyrocketed. You're not going to find lettuce, and I'm talking some of the worst-looking iceberg lettuce, $1.69 a head. The better-looking romaine, $2.49. $2.49 a head. That's awfully expensive.
I go to the big box stores like a Sam's Club, and I'll get the even though I'm a single guy living alone, I'll get the bag of the Bibb lettuce, which is probably $2, and you got like 5 heads of lettuce in there. And then sometimes I'll forget to eat it, but I've been trying to eat better. Except when I plowed into that box of See's candies last night. I don't know what I was thinking. But I try to eat better, and I've been chopping up and doing salads. And here's just a tip that I can give to you dieters out there. It's you can lose weight by eating salads and maybe fish. I had salmon last night. It was all good. But then when I came home, I plowed into a big box of See's candies, one that I hand-picked myself, and I'm thinking to myself, it's there. It's going to get old. And I hand-packed it. I better just eat this quick and fast and get it out of the house. You actually should give it away. What have you been eating, Paul?
Well, I actually talk about giving it away. That's kind of the reason why I'm going to be giving away this Ovaltine to you, Mike, because I got literally 3 cans of this malted drink.
This sounds good. Now, here's the thing with Ovaltine. Doesn't it come in the bottle with it comes out like a syrup?
No, this is the European formula. It's very interesting because on the back, it actually says you add sugar, which is very different from the Ovaltine that I'm familiar with.
We don't eat sugar in Italy.
And it also has, not that there's anything wrong with it, it also has some kind of Asian writing on the front of it as well.
We freeze dry the liquid, and then we get
very difficult to understand.
Asians, they work at the cheaper labor laws.
I'll show.
And we dry it out.
Show it to the.
And then grind the dried syrup into powder. Put it in the thing, put it on the internet, say it's a shortage, and we get suckers to go ahead and buy the big cans of it.
It's like a coffee can. I don't know if you can.
We put it in a coffee can
on the Ustream chat room. but it is.
Quite
It's like
delicious.
It's like a coffee can.
Tastes like dried syrup when
It's
you
like
mix it up.
actually, it's like a paint can. That's what it is. It's a paint can.
You could put it in water. You could put it in milk. I like to put it in red wine. Kind of sweetens it up.
Here. So, here, well, putting that aside for a moment, I want to
you bought that for me? That's very
I did.
nice of you. I think that's sweet.
Yeah,
and Ovaltine in the can.
Yeah, exactly.
Where is it sold in Europe? Do you know what countries?
It's just the European formula. Perhaps maybe some
with
of our
Asian writing.
Maybe perhaps some of our European friends. I know we're very popular in France, much like the Robert Conrad show. The Ovaltine, is this familiar to any of our
Let's
French
take a look
listeners?
at that. Paul, by the way, we have our cameras rolling at crntalk.com. It's a yellow and orange can with blue writing across. It says Ovaltine. It looks like a huge can of coffee, but instead it says Ovaltine, and then you actually have the powder inside, and you mix it up in milk, correct? And it gives you vitamins and the minerals and all that?
Yep.
I bet that'd be good in coffee as well. I bet you could put that in coffee.
Very well be. Oh, by the way.
Maybe we can put it in our CRN broken coffee machine that no one's able to get repaired here. The one that you can press a button and they used to give you a cup of coffee that's been broken for 18 months and no one's been quite able to actually repair it or get someone in to fix it.
By the way.
Not that it's a problem on this show.
By the way.
It is broken and not being repaired. I'm sorry, yes.
The lovely.
No, thank you. I won't have any coffee. The machine is broken.
One of our associate producers, the lovely Aaron Farrell, brought to my attention some various interesting points for the month of February that maybe perhaps some of our listeners did not know.
She's been ill, by the way. Is she feeling better now? Because there's this wicked sickness that's been going around, and it just knocked her down.
Although, I kind of wondered if maybe some of the PR people, and I don't know what kind of PR person this could possibly be, have kind of gotten to the desk of Aaron Farrell. But I'm a little bit skeptical on this particular event, Mike.
What's that?
It's return shopping carts to the supermarket month.
Now, we have that where I live. I live in a poor area of town. We do that on a weekly basis.
I've looked on every calendar here at the station, and I failed to find anywhere within the month of February return shopping carts to the supermarket month.
Here's the thing. You can talk about that. We can celebrate this. But the bums in my neighborhood aren't able to hear the radio, do not have access to the internet, do not have a cell phone, so they keep just stealing these shopping carts and dumping these damn things in front of my house. And let me tell you, one of the worst things that can happen to you, you get a bum that's so damn lazy they can't carry their free groceries. They've panhandled from somebody. And then they take the shopping cart and they dump it in front of your house. And what are you to do with it? And you push it to the neighbor's house and they push it back to your house until somebody finally takes the time to call about the shopping cart. And then, of course, the supermarket thinks you're the one that stole the cart. I tend to just take them inside. You're not supposed to do this, highly illegal, but I tend to just take them inside my yard and use them as gardening carts. I'll put like little vegetables in there and stuff and push it around.
Oh, no, that's a no-no. I can't imagine what the fine would be. It's actually find a shopping cart at somebody's private residence.
You can haul stuff. I have Herb, the handyman, comes in and takes rocks and loads them in there and dumps them over on the neighbor's property. They're great. One of the fun things you do if you live on a hill is to load the shopping cart with heavy rocks and then let the cart go and see if you can miss some cars down below. I think that was the accident you had. How's your car coming along? Fun stuff. I say keep your shopping cart this month. Don't return it.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it. You could junk it.